It's a beautiful day, and let's get a vlog in. Good question. Oh man. Got my truck, got my bike, dude. What else can you want out of life, am I right? Oh. And it starts up. So that's full choke. And there's half. And then with half, we have no choke. Alright guys, so first official vlog, man. Beyond stoked. And we're off. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Woo! Dude, it feels so good to get out here on the fucking bike, man. I love it. I'm loving it. So let's go through my initial impressions of the bike, right? So let's kick it right off, man. Let's start off with, let me think. That's a little tight. I won't shoot that gap. Let's start off with the seat. Bro, if you want to get one of these bikes, understand the consequence of having the stock seat. Now, I have like a vinyl type material on the seat. It's not like a gripper, you know, nothing's aftermarket. I think this is the stock type seat, but it's not the gel one. It's nothing comfortable at all, and it's kind of a drawback, I will admit. It's nothing, it's obviously nothing to where I'd be like, oh, you know, I can't do this bike anymore. It's not that. It's just understand, you know, that holy shit, dude, what's with this line of cars? Just understand that the seat on this is not going to be very comfortable, and you definitely want to get something like a seat concept seat, or any aftermarket brand will make a better seat than this, I promise you. I would say after maybe 60 miles of me riding, like if I go to the beach, no, even 30, man. If I ride to the beach, which is about 30 miles away from my house, or you know, to where my girlfriend lives, was about 30 miles away, it's brutal. Number two is let's talk about the gearing. Now, this isn't one of the things that I have a huge issue with. I think the gearing on this isn't bad. I think I believe it's 14 in the front, and then 47 in the rear, I believe. Yeah, 47. Stock gearing's okay. It's just a little too short for me for what I want to do with riding on the street. Now, people might give me shit and say, oh, well, why didn't you get the SM model? I got a great deal on my bike, and I figured I could just re-gear it and get a street set of tires for the money that I saved to emulate an SM model for essentially the same bike, you know? So I would say re-gear the bike. Number two is definitely re-gear the bike. If you want to, and really that just depends on how much street and dirt you're doing. If you're hitting highways at all, on like a weekly basis, re-gear it, man. Third, guys, let's talk about how new and updated these bikes are, which I'm talking about the lack of, really. And you know, man, these bikes have been around for so long, and they haven't changed since 2000 though, really. You still have a carburetor in a 2017 bike. That's, to me, a little bit ridiculous. I think fuel injection should have been a thing a while back. The old technology is something that's kind of a drawback for some people. But with that, with no changes to the bike, comes a huge aftermarket that can cater to anyone's, you know, wants or needs with this bike, really, which is cool. So that's the upside of it. Fourth, guys, let me think. What would I say is the fourth complaint I have about this bike? The fourth thing I would have to say is the fuel tank, and not the size, because I understand the OEM size of tanks. They're usually not, you know, they're no desert tank. It's not like any bike's gonna come with a desert tank stock. I understand that. Now, this to some people might be a benefit, and this to some people might annoy them. For me, this kind of annoys me a little bit. So the stock fuel tank is 2.67 gallons, I believe, almost 2.7 gallons. Now, when I need to fill up gas, I've ran out of gas like 2 times now. Where, damn, that was a loud STI. I've run out of gas like 2 times now, where it's like, dude, you know, where I get caught up and I'm having to put in gas after a gallon and 1.7 gallons being used. So the whole reserve is almost a gallon in itself, and it's only it's not even a 3-gallon tank. So what annoys me is the fact that they make the reserve so big, which to some people, like I said, that might be cool, but I'm usually not that far away from a gas station where I need a whole gallon of my reserve. So I've been caught up going to school where, you know, I do a ride to the beach and back, and then the next day I go to school and I fucking run out of gas while I'm like at a light, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, like, because it's just awkward, you know, it's embarrassing kind of, because I'm sitting here diddling with my bike and these people are like behind me getting all pissed off, and I'm like holding my clutch trying to grab the pitcock, and I'm like, please bear with me. So that's one thing that can get a little bit annoying to some people, definitely. Number 5, guys. 5 guys, that sounds pretty good. Number 5, guys, is I would say, oh dude, the brakes. Yeah, man. Just squeezing them right now. I'm like, yeah, the brakes. The brakes aren't terrible on this thing. I think people over exaggerate it. Oh man, people exaggerate how bad the brakes are, but I will say the brakes are an issue. You know, I'm not gonna be that much of a fangirl where I'm like, oh no, dude, the brakes on the bike's fine. And yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, it's one of those things where it's not a major issue, but you know, when I grab a handful of brake and it doesn't really stop as quick as I want it to, that is kind of an issue. Like, you know, that's something to consider. So if you guys want to beef it up to some Brembo calipers and, you know, free floating disc rotor, I think that'd be your best bet. Just to get something more aggressive on the rotor to where it's just gonna grab more, man. You know, and I think that'll make your bike a little bit safer, being able to, you know, stop when you need to. That's always a good thing, right? So that's my top 5 things that I would say I would like to change about this bike. You know, no bike's perfect, and this is my first street bike. I've ridden a lot of other bikes. It's just, you know, I've actually gotten some seat time on this. You know, I've almost had 350 miles on it, and to some people that might not be a lot, but it's definitely enough to get an impression. And yeah, so those are definitely that's my top 5 things I dislike about this bike. I don't like to say hate. I fucking love this bike. Please consider subscribing. I have more content for you guys. I think the next video I'm going to do is 5 things I love about this bike. I'll probably do it within the same vlog, maybe make it the same video. Who knows? You guys will see. Thanks guys for watching. This is SoCal Moto, Christian Hamilton. I'll see you guys next time.